Again, talking of the Ivory Coast, it is a kind of unique country because if you go to the commerce side, the shop, little shops, you got Mauritanians. If you go to this type of little coffee shops, you got people from Niger. If you go to business, big business, you got the Lebanese, you got the French, and you got a lot of things. And most at the time, the authentic Ivorians, they use to work mainly in offices, civil servants, and all that. But core business of the country was being managed by most of by the foreigners. So there are a lot of things that needs to be taken into account in order to. I'm talking frankly the way I observe the situation over there. Sure. There are a certain number of things that needs to be addressed for the country to move forward in the right direction.
Well, I mean, let's get back to what's going to be facing the country next month in March. We've got these elections that have been postponed 6 times up to now. Well, as a member of a coalition party with the government, what's going to happen next? Give us a timeline between now and March. What needs to happen for it to be successful at last?
First of all, I'm sure you're aware of the recent activities that the government need to form a government first, because the first government under the peace treaty in Ouagadougou, that first government fell, and then due to political unrest and the fraud in the election enrollment.
Well, these are all allegations which no one seems to be independent enough to prove.
They establish fact. The problem with Ivory Coast is that you will catch somebody with his hand in the bucket trying to steal something. You'll cut his hand, and then you'll hide it, and then you show him the other part, and he'll say, that's not mine. Show me the identity of that hand. So this is the problem. So nobody seems to own up. Here is somebody that has been put in charge of an institution. And then he came out when people found out that there was a fraud. He came out to say, yes, I apologize, but it was just a dysfunctioning. Okay, as a head of that institution, what do you do then?
So let's refresh people's minds. The accusation was that over 400,000 votes were removed.
No,
were added to the roll.
Attempted to be added.
Yes.
So this allegation has been proved because there has been a public inquiry, and then they found out that yes, he hired. Out of that commission consensus, he hired some extra engineers to go and to develop program to add those people onto the list.
Okay, well, a final word to you, Isaac. We literally have seconds. How do you wrap this up as we look forward to the elections, hopefully, in March? How would you wrap this up for someone who's trying to understand the dynamics of life in the Ivory Coast?
First of all, talking of election in March is a pipe dream. Obviously, it's a pipe dream. There is no election in March.
It's not happening.
It's obvious that it's not happening. And one of the reasons why President Gbagbo is being accused, for example, by the opposition, it's not me, he's been accused of what I may call duplicity, is that the guy, first of all, people say he's very shrewd, because he's been in the opposition for ages. So he worked his way to where he is now. So he knows the ropes. Secondly, he got in front of him people who are still searching the mouse. Most of them have been in power. They only have life in power, so they don't know the field when it comes to opposition. Therefore, he identified a gap in the way things were running up, and then just say, okay, from there on, things are not working the right way. We dissolve first.
Unfortunately, we would really like to continue this discussion, but that's the end of the time we have on the political conundrum that we're discussing today. But we'd like to thank all of you who've been sending in emails on the different shows that you've been watching. And some would say the similar situation is happening in Zimbabwe. But we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But before we get there, we're going to do our usual quick roundup of some other news from the continent.
South Africa Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan has hinted of an economic expansion and growth by 2.3% this year after last year's recession. The World Cup is expected to account for a part of the country's 2010 economic growth. Researchers have sequenced the complete genomes of 5 Southern Africans over the age of 80, including Archbishop Desmond Tutu from South Africa and 4 Bushmen from Namibia. They found that a genetic peek deep into the heart of Africa confirms Africans have more genetic diversity than Europeans or Asians and provides insights into how to live a long life despite disease and famine. Improved maize varieties developed by the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture will help enhance food security and incomes of maize farmers in the West and Central Africa. The release of the improved varieties has sparked optimism for increased maize productivity in the sub-region.
After that news, it's back to the emails I was talking about earlier on. Many thanks to Chagins Chewe from Zambia. And he was writing about Mugabe and Zimbabwe, which we discussed last week. He writes, "You have to understand that as long as Mugabe does not bow to the Western world's political dictatorial demands, sanctions won't be lifted." Do you agree? Email africa@presstv.co.uk. And here's a text from Nigeria from Kenny Shitu. And he writes, "The action taken by the Senate and the House of Representatives is absolutely right. How can the president be absent for almost 3 months? I congratulate Goodluck Jonathan, the new acting president, and I wish him well." Well, maybe we'll be congratulating an Ivorian president quite soon. And I want to mention to both our guests and to you viewers that a new aspect of promoting Africa Today has occurred. We've got Facebook now. You can join our Facebook fan club and make your comments. We're going to put all the shows that we've done onto Facebook, and the page is called Africa Today, Press TV. Post your thoughts, discuss the issues, and let us know how we can improve the show. Many thanks. That's it for today. Thanks to all of you. As I said before, keep emailing africa@presstv.co.uk, or if you fancy texting, text +44 78 00 8086. Messages will be charged at your local operator rates, though. And a big thank you to today's guests. They were Isaac Tchankap and Anatole Ibo. Thank you for watching. Please join me, Vuyiswa, again next week for more news and analysis on Africa Today.